What is up everyone, welcome to another video. This video is very inspiring, at least it is inspiring to me. I hope it is inspiring to you as well. We have a guest, her name is Akriti. She's a master student at University of Maryland, Baltimore or UMBC. This video is special and inspiring because Akriti's entire master is funded by university itself. Her entire master's education, the cost of living, everything is free. I mean, can you imagine doing your master's for $0? That's just so inspiring and amazing. Like always, I will put the timestamps right here. We talk about her bachelor's, her GRE score, her profile, why did she decide to do masters, how did she get the funding, what was the email template she used to get the funding, and all the fun stuff in this video. We've divided this video into three different parts. The first part is how she got into UMBC, second part is her life at UMBC, and then the third part we're going to focus on how she got the internship at PayPal. It's very inspiring. PayPal is a big company and to get an internship in that, it's a big deal. So I hope you learn from this conversation. Akriti, if you're watching this, thank you so much for doing this. Means a lot to me and our community, our Yudi squad family. And a quick disclaimer, when Akriti is talking about the funding opportunities, it is for computer science department because she's studying masters in computer science. You might have to do the research if it is same for other departments or not, but her experience is focused on masters in computer science. Like always, I'm super grateful for all the comments you've been putting in my videos. It means a lot to me. Please keep commenting. It inspires me to make more valuable content just like this. Subscribe if you haven't already. I will now let you enjoy the conversation. Thanks Akriti for doing this. This means a lot to me and our audience. They're gonna love your journey because I love your journey already.
Thank you so much, Yudi, for getting me here and giving me this opportunity to share my journey and share my story. I'm really excited and I'm really happy for this. Thank you so much.
I can already feel the excitement. I think this is gonna be fun. Like, we're gonna make this video go viral. All right, let's do a quick round of intro. Like, where are you from in India and where are you right now?
Okay, yeah. So I particularly belong to Ranchi, Jharkhand from India. That is Dhoni's place.
Yes.
I don't know if you're a big fan of Dhoni or not, but
I am. Yeah.
So, like early life, I spent in Ranchi, and after which I went to Kota for my IIT JEE preparation, the JEE dream, you can call it.
Yes.
And after that, I was admitted to Maharashtra Institute of Technology, Pune, and I did my computer engineering from there.
And then you came here.
Yeah, then I came here.
To UMBC?
To UMBC. No, so I did not immediately come to UMBC. I have a work experience of 3 years in Pune, Maharashtra. So there was a company called EQ Technologic. I was a software developer there.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then now you are a student at UMBC.
Yeah, at University of Maryland, Baltimore County.
Yeah. What made you decide like you want to do masters? Because you were working for 3 years and like there must be a switch. Like, okay, I want to do that masters. So what was that? Like, why did you decide to do masters?
Yeah, that's a good question, and so the major click that happened for that inspired me to do masters was, so there's one really good thing that happened to me in my office in EQ Technology where I used to work. My manager, he used to just sit behind me. So I used to know a lot of stories, a lot of things that are going in the office. And lately there were a lot of requirements for data scientists and, all the data analysis things. So he was like, we are looking for people. Do you have any experience in that? Or are you willing to or would be able to do something like that? So I said, yeah, I would love to, but I don't have any experience in that or I don't have any learning with that. So that was a major click that happened with me. And I was like, oh no, I am not, I'm missing a lot. I'm missing a lot on technology. I'm missing a lot on a lot of things. So why not just decide to do masters? Because I have heard a lot about masters. I have seen my seniors grow. I have seen my seniors prosper and then buy a BMW and everything like that. So
Nice.
So it's really surprising, they all go on loan and then ultimately after 2 years they are posting their photos with BMW, good house, good life. So I was like, this is something promising. There has to be something. Plus, you'll get to learn a lot. And to be honest, I don't. So if I see back to myself, back to my undergraduation days, it used to be just like studying for 10 days before the exam. And apart from that, you just, you're going there, going here, अरे चलो चाय पे मिलते हैं, अरे चलो इधर जाते हैं, उधर जाते हैं, लोनावला जाना है क्या, and all those things.
Yeah.
So we hardly actually learn something, and the curriculum for masters is great because of the projects, the real world assignments, the real learning. I'm really happy with my decision.
Nice. I'm glad that you are happy, but I also want to do a disclaimer. Yes, people buy BMW and homes and all of that, but there's a lot of work that goes into it. So, jumping into it, what was your GRE TOEFL bachelor score?
Yeah, definitely. So I gave 3 attempts of GRE. So this is not a false message to people who are watching this that you need to give 3 attempts or something like that. Unfortunately, all my three scores were same, but so I scored a 310 in my GRE in my first attempt that I gave during when I was in my college. And I felt that it was better to give that exam when you're in college because you are more used to studies and you have more time. And then I gave 2 attempts when I was working. So it was definitely more difficult to take my time and prepare for GRE. Although I scored again, like maybe once I scored 309 and the other time I scored 308.
Mm.
So 310 was my highest when I was a student.
Nice. What was your TOEFL score or IELTS? Which one did you give?
I gave TOEFL and I scored 101 in my TOEFL.
Very nice. And what was your bachelor score?
I had a 69 percentage in my bachelor's from Pune University, and I think it was an average score. It was not too great. Like people have 74%, 75%, and I have also seen people with 60% get into masters and do great.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So now what all colleges did you apply with that profile? With you have 310, 101, and TOEFL, and then 69 and 3 years of work ex.
Yes, so I applied to 6 or 7 colleges. So it one of them was University of North Carolina, Charlotte, then UMBC, of course, Sunny Buffalo, Stony Brook, NCSU, and the Virginia Tech. I guess all these were the ones.
And how many admits did you get?
I got 2 admits from UNCC and UMBC from both the colleges.
So why UMBC?
So I was struggling a lot with UNCC as well as UMBC. Both are almost similar level colleges, like both are similar, and I was really confused. But so I'll tell you what was my major inspiration behind applying to UMBC.
Yeah.
I had two of my seniors from MIT, both who got funding as a teaching assistant in the college even before they went to UMBC. And their education was totally free. And I used to be like, wow, they're having their education for free. What could be better than that?
Yeah.
So that was my major inspiration. And all my seniors, they told me that UMBC for computer science has a lot of funding, and even if you don't get it immediately, you will at least get something maybe in the second semester or in the third semester if you are doing good, if you are well recognized in your university, or if you have a good GPA. So that was my major reason, because UMBC waives off your tuition fees completely if you get a teaching assistantship or a research assistantship, plus some stipend and many more benefits.
So I want to share your story of how you got your entire education full fukat mein, full free. How did that happen? Like what was your approach for that?
Yes, definitely. So when I was struggling between UNCC and UMBC, which college should I choose? I particularly spoke to people who are there in that college, my friends in my network and everything. So I found out names of people specifically at UMBC who are responsible for graduate so basically who are responsible for the graduate assistantship roles. So there was one name that came out, and I emailed the professor saying that I am excited to continue my career at UMBC, and I would really appreciate if I'm given an opportunity for a teaching assistantship or a research assistantship, because it would be valuable for me in both financially as well as it will boost my career as well.
Yeah.
So I dropped an email. Surprisingly, in 2 days, I received an email which kind of maybe disheartened me, because the email said that there are no opportunities available right now, but that professor would reach me in a few days if there is any availability. So I gave up hope that I'm going to get anything, but still I picked UMBC, even though my father particularly wanted me to pick UNCC. But I knew about the funding opportunities here, and even if the thing I told, that same thing, that even if I don't get it from the beginning, I know I'll do something and I'll get it in the second semester.
Very nice. So confident.
So I picked up UMBC, and I guess on 6th April, I directly received an offer letter that read that your tuition fees will be funded and you are receiving a teaching assistantship position. Reading the letter, it was like this. I was froze. I was literally froze.
Wow, that is that is so cool. That is so cool. So and all you did was just emailed professor.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Just one.
What
It was like a.
professor? How did you approach that professor?
I spoke to my network who was in
Okay.
UMBC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So they told me that this is the graduate program director of the computer science department, and he's responsible for the funding. And so you can just try, or maybe like I was like, maybe I'll just drop an email. What's the harm in dropping an email? ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा नहीं मिलेगा या ज़्यादा
Correct.
से ज़्यादा मना
Yeah.
करेंगे.
Correct.
So till then, I had decided UMBC because of all the other factors, and so I said कि चलो देखते हैं. And then I had applied for loan. Trust me, I had applied for loan. मेरा loan approve हो चुका था, and everything, my processing fee was gone, and I was like, okay, I was prepared. But then when I received the email, I still remember where I was eating an ice cream at that point of time. I was in my house, there were my roommates, we were actually partying at that point of time, a normal party. And then I got that offer letter, and I was literally froze, and I started jumping out of joy. I felt so lightweight at that point of time that I cannot describe that feeling.
No, I can. I mean, man, I can imagine that. Like, I can imagine the happiness you must have that entire masters has been funded now. All you have to worry about is your uh, cost of living and living expenses. But that itself is going to be
So
as well, because you're getting stipend for it. And so happy for you that this happened with you. And all you did was took a leap of faith by emailing professor.
Yes.
Not a lot of students does it. I'm sure after watching this, everybody's gonna be like, okay, Professor A email, Professor B email. What did you say in that email? If you had to give like a general idea of that template, what was that email like?
Yeah, so I don't exactly remember, but the general idea about it was, hey professor, I'm really excited to continue, or I'm really excited to join UMBC, and I'm really happy about the opportunities here. I would like to request you for if there are any. So exactly, I remember some words. It was, I'm eager to inquire about some research assistantship or teaching assistantship positions if available. It would provide me with valuable financial assistance, as well as it will boost my career. So please do let me know if there are any opportunities available. So that was kind of a short and sweet format. I did not send my resume, I did not send anything, and that's it, just short and sweet. Because if you send a long email, that is what I feel, they don't have enough time to read that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And there was one more thing which when we were talking about it, you said that there was a time frame which you chose specifically.
Yes.
Why was that?
So I received my admit in the month of February, right? And I dropped my mail exactly at that point of time after I received an admit. And so for fall students, when we come, there are many other fall students who are also teaching assistants and grad assistants who
Yeah.
are going to graduate in the next 3 months. So at that point of time, you know that there are a lot of vacancies that are going to come. Right. So I think I had dropped when I dropped my mail. He did not reply to me immediately in at least for 1 month. But when he applied, he knew that these are the people who already hold a teaching assistantship who are going to graduate now. So that is when there were a lot of vacancies, and maybe there was some hit. He liked my profile or anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he sent me an email that I have been approved for funding, and he sent me an offer letter. One interesting thing about this is, at the same time, I asked one of my other friend who is coming in fall 2020, who got an admit from UMBC, to drop an email, and fortunately, even he got the same offer letter that I received.
Nice. So finally, all of that happened. You decided UMBC, your master's is funded. You booked your flight tickets. How? What was your visa? What was your visa process like?
Yeah, so visa process was normal. I was in Pune. I booked an appointment in Mumbai, and I think it was in the month of it was around ending April ending when my interview was scheduled, and they asked me pretty simple questions. So basically, for me, it was not much of a problem because when the person, the consulate, he saw a funding. When I received my I-20, a graduate assistantship was written in my I-20, and my tuition fees was completely funded. So I did not have to produce any other financial document.
Yeah.
And even though I had it for the safe side, but he did not even go through it. He just saw my I-20 and he said, "Oh, you have got a graduate assistantship. Your education is funded. Even you're receiving a stipend." All those information was there in my I-20, and he did not even ask me any further question. He just said, "Your visa is approved. Handed me back my passport." It was
Nice.
fun.
This is awesome. This is so good. Such a good story, such a good, inspiring story. I hope this gives a lot of people a good hope and inspiration. Okay, we're gonna end this part over here. We're gonna move to next part, which is gonna be life in UMBC. Akriti, you know how I end the videos. Until our next one.
Keep smiling, keep hustling.
Nice.